This is the solution video for section 3.5, problem number 14. So the directions here on the previous page say find the equations of the tangent and normal lines to the curve at the given point. All right, so we have this equation, y equals 2 times sine of pi x minus y, and the point is 1, 0. All right, so remember, okay, we're going to write the equation of a line. We need a point and a slope. All right, so we're given the point, so that's nice. Slope. Remember, we want to find the slope of the tangent line by finding dy dx. Now, you'll notice there's a y on the left side and a y on the right side, and you cannot isolate y. So this is one where the only possible way we could do it would be implicit differentiation. All right, so we're going to take the derivative with respect to x of both sides. So the derivative with respect to x of y on the left side, and then the derivative with respect to x of 2 sine of pi x minus y on the right side. All right. So now, on the left side, the derivative of y with respect to x is just dy dx. All right, on the right side, all right, I have 2 times sine of pi x minus y. All right, so derivative of sine is cosine of pi x minus y times the derivative of pi x minus y. So what's the derivative of pi x minus y? Well, derivative of pi x is just pi minus the derivative of y is dy dx. All right, and so now we want to solve for dy dx. So that means I need to get my two dy dx's together on one side of the equation. But in order to do that, we're going to distribute that to cosine. All right, so dy dx equals 2 cosine of pi. Sorry, actually, I would probably write it as, since pi is a constant, 2 pi times cosine of pi x minus y. And then minus 2 cosine of pi x minus y times dy dx. All right, so now I'm going to bring the second term over to the left side by adding it. So dy dx plus 2 cosine of pi x minus y times dy dx, and then equals the 2 pi cosine of pi x minus y. All right, so now I'm going to factor out dy dx. So dy dx times the quantity 1 plus 2 cosine of pi x minus y equals 2 pi cosine of pi x minus y. All right, and so now I'm going to divide. So dy dx is equal to 2 pi cosine of pi x minus y divided by 1 plus 2 cosine of pi x minus y. All right, so now that's dy dx. Now remember, dy dx is a formula for the slope of the tangent. And so in order to get the slope of the tangent, we are going to take dy dx and evaluate at the point 1, 0, I believe is the point, right? So 1, 0. All right, so remember, x is 1 and y is 0. So 2 pi times the cosine of pi times 1 minus 0 divided by 1 plus 2 times the cosine of pi times 1 minus 0. All right, so 2 pi times cosine of pi times 1 minus 0. Well, that would just be pi. So cosine of pi is negative divided by 1 plus 2 times cosine of pi, once again, is negative 1. So I get negative 2 pi divided by 1 plus 2 times negative 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So my answer is 2 pi. So that is the slope of the tangent line. All right, so now the equation of the tangent line. All right. Y minus 0 equals slope of 2 pi times x minus 1. And then the equation of the normal line. Well, remember, we need to consider the slope of the normal line, which would be the opposite reciprocal of 2 pi. That would be negative 1 over 2 pi. And so we get y minus 0 equals negative 1 over 2 pi times x minus 1. And so that is the equation of the tangent line and the equation of the normal line.